Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the week ahead video. In this video, we're going to be looking at the major FX pairs of the crypto market and a few indices. And we will be looking at those to see where we sit within the market cycle. And we'll be looking for trade opportunities. Now, this video is in support of those that follow the trade signals from Synergy Markets. And obviously that comes with a risk, and the risk warning is as follows. Trading is risky. These trade signals are not a regulated activity, which means you aren't protected if you were to complain or seek compensation. And also, trading CFD is inherently high risk activity. Synergy Markets is authorized and regulated by the FCA. Let's start. Sorry about that diatribe. So, first time in a long time, no signal sent last week. Markets are still disjointed, they feel. We've just been consolidating. A number of the trades, setups that we look at seem to be mid-consolidation, 50-50 trades. And over the years, I've gotten to the point where I don't just take trades because they are, sort of halfway houses, kind of, should have, looky-likey, these sort of things. I've sort of moved away from that as you develop as a trader. And unfortunately, when it's boring and you're like, what's going on? There's no signals. That's just how it is. So we have to wait, stalk, watch. Let's see what's going on. So first up, we're actually going to start with AUD CAD. And this is one of my favorites at the minute. So if we begin with the daily chart, what we're seeing here, wow, what a mess. But the most important thing actually to look at is this little red squiggle here, because this thing represents everything I look at in the markets. Very much a visual trader. So if I see 1 and a 2, I know it's going to give me 3. So 1, 2, anticipate a 3. 1, 2, anticipate the 3. Now you'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's quite tricky. You'd be like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, well, which one how do you know what's 1? Well, nuances, there's 3 pushes to a consolidation zone. So 1, 2, 3, consolidate. 1, 2, 3, consolidate. And you can tell it consolidates because you can draw a line here and price just keeps coming back to it. This is when it really breaks away. 1, 2, and 3 to the low, W. 3 up, 1, 2, 3, consolidate. 1, 2, 3, peak. And we never got back up there. We were washed away. I mean, we did. We broke. I mean, this could have been the pattern here on the way up. Simple as that. But on the way down here, we broke this structure. Well, didn't actually break it. It was contained here. This was the break, confirmed break lower. But the second consolidation was in this rush candle. And on the way up, we're building structure again. So 1, 2, and I can count to 3. And therefore, I can anticipate 3 happening, as it always does. Let's narrow down on the time frames. What could happen here is you get a 1, 2, 3 to the low. Could happen. We've got multiple hits to the low of consolidation too. We are still within a trend line here. If you take the strict peaks of that, looks like we've broken out of the trend. We've certainly broken the trend line. The only thing is it's not a confirmed break. There's nothing confirmed about it. So let's just make this ultra accurate here. If you're going off the wick, first and second wick, that's the picture, really. But if you're going off the bodies of the candles, which is where the real price is, that's also the picture. So that could disappoint and give us a third push lower, but ultimately we're looking for trades in line with the trend. And there we have our little breakdown. So last lower high made a change. This wasn't the proper change because we're still within the wick here of this candle. This was the change. This was the break. We're now stalking an entry. I want to see the same behavior on a lower time frame, and this is a really good candidate for next week. Long AUD CAD. We can also see, are there any sequences in our favor? There aren't at the moment, but we move on. AUD CHF. Now, this one is it's been a bit of a basket case for a while. Remember the little pattern on the way up, 1, 2, but on the way down, I'm not really spending too much energy on this guy because it is a bit of a waste of energy. We can identify the first zone. We can identify the second zone, and we're starting to play out here. 1, 2, and anticipate the third. So you could take this short. You really could take this short, but in terms of context, why am I taking it short? This is something we squiggled a while ago. Consolidation 1, consolidation 2, and we anticipated this lower. So far, what I can see here is a 1, a 2, and I expect a 3. But on the way up, I can see 1, 2. Probably gives a 3 up before we come down. So I'd like to set an alert up there. Have we got any sequences happening for us? We got a weaker drop, second weaker drop. Didn't get the third, but I anticipate the third to come. Right, AUD NZD. this has been good to us as a pair. Although the market cycle, I believe, is incorrect on the way down, certainly on the way up, it is okay. Me drawing this as a large one, I mean, it's broken out of that now. This was the top edge, all these harmonics completing up here. But we did break out and we did take the trade. We saw the change, we saw the break, and we entered. And we took most of, well, I think up to here, because you can't see what's going to happen. But now we redraw the lines. Obviously, this low to the highest point, and following that highest point, you look for the next significant low, and you project where that's going to come to. So we know that price has come to a bit of a halt here. Am I going to take that short? I'm not going to do anything with it because the pattern seems broken. Now, if we refresh our memories with what a good pattern looks like, it's exactly here. So we have this AUD USD situation, level one, level two, and we are literally here waiting for the third trend to play out, one, two, and three. Can I see any trades developing? Well, certainly we've got an A, B, C, D pattern here, which is a Gartley in itself, which is an inherently bullish counter trend. A big old pattern. You can see the red A, B, C, D completing pretty much the T. Old day tactic used to take these trades. My hunch is this is a consolidation zone to take shorts off. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for price to break to give me some form of indication that price does want to go lower rather than guessing that it wants to go lower. So at the minute I can see this low's holding, this low's holding. It's going to be something around this piece here that I want to focus upon. So the minute we get a break here, I want to study the retest. I want to then wait again for the market to come off following that retest. Second retest, I'm in. Simple as that. Bitcoin, let's have a look. So Bitcoin, we've been talking about it for a while now. That's my market cycles on Bitcoin. You've got the first zone, second zone, and one, two, three to the high. So if this works to the textbook, which I'm not saying it will work, and it's also hard sometimes to think straight when there's such a mismatch in terms of where this could go to. It could come down to here, but it can't. In my head, logical, rational people, that's not going to happen. But typically, when you see a one, two, three up, you normally take out the lows of two. One, two, three out is certainly going to come back down to here at some point. I can't see. It has to come back to the 50 at some point. I can't see how they're going to manage that. We have had the one, two, three to the high with a break away gap. From now on, I'm not going to really consider that as something of quality to trade. Right, CAD CHF, the eternal drifter. We also had Donald Trump announce tariffs on China because they insulted J.D. Vance or compared him to Reagan or something like this. So that's a bit fickle. Whether the market will squirm at that and reject it and take price higher or something, we'll have to wait and see. CAD JPY, what are you saying to me on the big picture? Let's have a look what we're doing here. We've got a 1, 2, 3 to the equal low. We have a change, break. Ultimately, this is push one and this is push two. And we're anticipating a push three to start now, to push higher, to take this higher. It's normally peak to peak. Do I like it? No. Am I going to trade it? Don't like Japanese pairs. That was a nice trade. Would have been a nice trade. Moving on. That's really rushed up recently. My goodness. Yeah, not for me. Euro AUDs for me though. I really like the look of this. You can see level one there. You can see level two in the red, and to complete the ABCD up here. We have high, 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 low, high, 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 low. So we're really perfectly positioned. We had a week of rise, second week of rise, and failed, and it's still sort of rounding bottom. We still want to see this high taken out before we can do anything more on it. So until then, pass. EuroCAD. I think EuroCAD, we've padded it out and mapped it out as much as we can. We're anticipating a second zone of consolidation before the M starts. One zone, second zone. So something's going to happen to the CAD here. A strengthening move. But Donald Trump doing what he did is going to hurt the CAD. So interesting to see how that develops. Euro USD is level one, level two, high, high, higher, low. Let me just have a look. 1 second. We've got a beautiful setup here with the first zone and then the second zone, high highs, high lows. Again, we took this trade. What do we do with it now? We're expecting continuation, so I'm expecting price to come off the 50-year mate. So yeah, this was an absolute beautiful setup. It didn't push enough here, but we took it. Change, break, look for the trade. Yeah, I mean, memorable setup. Euro USD is one we actually took this long. I mean, scratching around in the trough. We sent this late last week and it's at entry at the moment. Not sure how it's going to open, but win or lose, you've got to trade what you see. And that's exactly what we did. We traded what we saw. And let's break it down. So the big overall sell pattern of the Gartley, you can see it here up at the 78.6%. And ABCD, very nice. One, two. The fact that we had this close up here makes me think that we've got unfinished business above here. So that's really the idea behind it. And I can see a 1, 2, 3 to the low. Could be risky, could be a loss. There really wasn't much else to trade last week. Look, we've got this 1, 2, 3 to the low. W, break, retest. That's part of the thought process behind the trade. And then we look lower, we got a change, and then we have a break. But it's not a confirmed break, which is the only problem. But it is a confirmed break here. This is a confirmed break here. And we haven't properly retested yet, but this is it's a good candidate long. We'll see how it goes. Moving on, GBP AUD, level 1, level 2, bit of a peak formation still. Is it going to tail off? Are we going to rally? We don't know. Let's see. GBP CAD. Don't need to wait here. There's nothing for me on that. GBP CAD is one that I was watching. It slipped back below the 50. This is also a compression setup. We've got level 1, we've got level 2, and we expect higher prices on that. There was a setup developing just here. We've made the change. Need to wait for the break. Otherwise, nothing more to do. GBP USD, that's just sinking a bit. We have seen the stronger dollar setup. This one, bit of a no man's land, if I'm honest. Bit of a top, it seems. Moving on, NZD CAD. Lows of level 1 consolidation. We do expect higher prices. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Just have a look. This one's been a real tough one, but just keeping things simple. Got level 1 and level 2 on the way down, and we're expecting this to play on the way out. It's a massive consolidation zone, so it should be a big move to be expected. NZD USD, we took this one short and we're in it and we're making money. Level 1, level 2. Currently TP. What have we made? It's done 250 pips. We're waiting for TP3, but we took this Gartley short up here in line with the cycle. Lower lows and lower highs. Playing out, it's got a long way to go. I do believe that one. So we shall see. Ripples at 22.6, trying to make a bit of a move higher here. Essentially high, 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 low, high, 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 low. Gold, incredible, but we've had definitely a correction the past week. That is an inside candle. Such an interesting formation. Having a look on the monthly though, this one is third month up, 1, 2, 3. It did one. What did it do here? 1, 2, 3. Bit of a doji. 1, 2, 3. Incredible beast of sorry. Here's the 1, 2, 3. Consolidate. 1, 2, 3. Something's got to happen up at these highs. Same for silver. Busting move higher. Took the stops out or whatever. Liquidity from above here. Reverse back course. Stellar, equally crap, but Stellar gets down here, I'm loading up, but will it give me that opportunity? Otherwise, Stellar has been terrifically poor, like most of the crypto. This could be an area for it, though, to do some damage. We shall see. It needs to have an absolute whooshing move higher. Now, getting onto the juicier stuff, US dollar basket, this is something I really, really love. I mean, the cycle itself on the monthly, you've got the W1, 2, and we expect 3 higher. Trying to catch this thing's not always the easiest. 1, 2, 3 to the low, but it's only down here where we see the opportunity arise. So we've got 1, 2, and we're anticipating a 3. Bit of a price normally revisit these lows. That's the only sort of worry. A, B, C, D to the high. 1, 2, 3 completed. We shall see. But this is the main one, USD CAD. Now this is probably one of my best setups longer term. I mean, here it's insane. But taking out this is key. Now, it's how it wants to backfill. It probably might want to come back here, 100 pips or so, and then go. But if it does, we're watching and waiting for it. Wall Street continues to romp. 1, 2. Thought that was a bit of a peak, but the way we've opened and gapped here, we've reset things. 1, 2, 3 to the high. There you have it, folks. Lots going on. Not too much opportunity-wise. US data's getting back on track. We saw inflation slightly weaker at the end of the quarter. If you're interested in any of the trade signals, there's a link in the description for a free 30-day trial. If you're interested in joining any of the communities, we have the Melons Trade discussion group where we talk about People who are interested in the signals and methodology, we discuss it. Other than that, folks, have a great weekend and see you tomorrow. Cheers.